Hey, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah HaKodash. Brother Tamayim coming back at you with another lesson. Peace and salutations to you, sincere Akim, pushing the truth throughout the four corners of the earth, risking your lives, freedom to do so now more so than ever. May the calling of election be upon your house. Um, I was just meditating upon how everything's not going to continue to go as planned. The way that this society is ran, eventually it's going to have a shut-off switch, and the Heavenly Father Yahweh is going to send these plagues through here, you know, like starvation, famine, loss of jobs. They're breaking down this economy, all right, just to name a few. And people are not going to see it coming because they're going to think they're so used to being, having everything at their convenience, being able to go to the store and buy whatever they need, all right. Let's go to the book of Second Ezra 15 and 21. I'm sorry, 16 and 21. The second Ezra chapter 16, verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. Now, what is victuals? Money. I'm sorry, bread, food, gas, electricity. All right. Uh, access to fire, heat, water. Um, all of the victuals, all the things needful for survival. It says, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Right? Evils meaning bad times. So the power grid may go out. You won't have access to any running water, to any running electricity. All right. It talks about that. It says it's going to weigh heavily upon these women. Because women are so into like being all prissy and beautiful and smelling good, just being comfortable and being like lavish living, classy lifestyle kind of thing. So they're gonna get it the worst. I'll tell you about that in Isaiah the 3rd chapter. But it says, I read it again. 2 16 and 21. Behold, victory shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth. Sword, famine, and great confusion, right? And it's gonna leave a lot of people perplexed. All right? Meaning when this happens, people are gonna take to the streets and pretty much protest, and then it's gonna go into straight up anarchy, all right, and lawlessness. Scripture says that there shall be sedition among men and invading one another, because it's gonna be like, damn, we ain't got no food, we ain't got no water, we gotta go out here and find it. Right now, the way the system is set up is at your convenience to go into some supermarket, some store, even if your car break down, some mechanic will come and jump you back up, fix your tire. You're able to maintain your life here, your lifestyle here. But the Lord, once his elect is sealed, it's going to be a wrap. That's why it's very important that we walk in circumspectly and not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time. Because before you know it, we're going to be in the evil days. And that's when everybody's going to try to seek the Lord when the evil days come. All right, but we know better because the scripture says that the prudent man perceiveth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. Let these people live their lives, man. Let these people flaunt their lifestyle. You know, which is nothing wrong with doing good for yourself, but you got to keep your Yahweh Shemashai first. All right, you have to serve the Lord with your whole heart, sincerely. And we all mess up. But at the end of the day, all right, the way that you conduct yourself in your everyday life, even when nobody can see you, Yahweh Shemashai is watching that and taking account of those things. So we got to be ruling our spirit, man, so that we don't end up falling victim in these plagues that the Lord going to send. Because the Lord said He's going to protect His men when all of these things transpire. The Lord will put a hedge of protection around His elect. All right, He'll put a hedge of protection around His people. All right, which He foreknew. It says right here, Luke 21 and 22. For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. That's right. These are the days of vengeance. All right. These are the times of judgment. This is when the Lord is going to finally bring forth His second coming and the second flood. But this time it's going to be with fire. So the Lord is going to pretty much destroy the earth, or this age, this rulership, this kingdom, this current rulership. All right. Architected by the so-called white man, which is Satan, and the devil, the Edomites. All right. It says, but woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. All right. We're talking about small children, all right, and babies, because in order to nurture a small child and a baby, you have to have a place for them to be able to nurture and grow into their strength. All right, as they're little babies and stuff, they can't fend for themselves. You have people leaving their babies behind, trying to get away and escape, because if they don't escape, they're gonna die. You know, in different situations like that, you have babies out here dead in the street because somebody just left their ass trying to get away from whatever is going on, or the baby just kept crying and didn't have no food. You see shit like that today. You see wicked ass mothers malnutrition in their children, not feeding them and shit. So how much more in the day and the time when all this destruction is taking place? All that shit's gonna fly out the window, because the human mind is innately self-preservative, self-preservation, trying to keep their lifestyles intact, trying to keep themselves away from being destroyed. For there shall be great distress in the land and wrath upon this people, and they. I'm gonna jump down to verse 25. Here's the point. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations, with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. All right. So when you're perplexed with something, you're confused. You're pretty much taken by surprise. All right, and you can't really handle what's occurring. And that's pretty much the spirit that these people are going to be in when the Lord fully brings forth these plagues. All right, whether it be pestilence, which is diseases, real diseases, not no C-19. All right, real bad, lethal diseases, pestilences. All right, because the earth is already polluted, but when this all takes place, it's not going to be no. Once the power go out and the different things like that, it's not going to be medicine being moved around. It's not going to be any type of hospitals and medical buildings open. And then even then, the sanitation, the garbage and all of the decomposing bodies and different shit like that, it's gonna create diseases. All right. So that's another part of it. But the Lord said that He's gonna keep us from the noisome pestilence. All right. He's gonna keep us from. He's gonna keep His men, all right, those that serve Him wholeheartedly and believe in Yahweh Shemashah. He's gonna keep them from starvation. He's gonna keep them from the pestilence and from the sword, because when this all takes place, another plague is the sword. People out here killing each other, shooting each other, stabbing each other, with any kind of killer instrument, whether it be a makeshift bomb, running somebody over with their car, all right, throwing somebody off a roof, drowning somebody, whatever. Any kind of killer instrument, anything that brings forth death, you're gonna see that spirit is already in the earth, but it's gonna be on a more heightened level when people are in their most desperate situations concerning their life. All right, concerning staying alive. All right, having a warm house to sleep in, or a warm shelter to get away from the cold, to get away from the you know the elements, so to speak, which we're all subjected to this. The Wadi Al Bashimashai keep us nice and fed, keep us clean, keep us clothed. All right, and we don't worry about these things because the Lord provides all these things for us. All right, able to maneuver through society. All right, for the time being, the Lord's going to continue to prosper us. All right, but it says right here, distress of nature with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. The sea and the waves roaring is talking about the people. Like I was talking about, it's going to be sedition among men and invading one another. As a matter of fact, let me go grab that, because this is a trickle effect. That's the reaction of a breaking down of a society. And people are pissed off with the fact that they're not being taken care of. They start burning shit to the ground. They start rising up anarchy. Start creating these marauder groups where they pretty much just taking the law into their own hands for survival. All right, and that's in the spirit of the so-called white man, anyways. All right, to kill, steal, destroy, anyway. So he's gonna be loving it. This is 2 Ezra chapter 15 and verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. Right? When you're invading something, you're going into a place that is not your own. All right, like they talk about the invasion of Ukraine. Talk about China. China is going to invade Taiwan, right? Well, it says that people are going to be invading one another. All right, breaking and entering, running up in people's houses. All right, that's going to be a thing. All right, even to the point of taking people's cars, taking people's belongings, trying to run down on people. You're going to see that spirit rise more and more as the desperation for survival is more and more. All right, with the inflation up through the roof, housing at an all-time high, and the people are just trying to make it. A lot of them trying to get this world's goods. All right, but we don't seek that out. We seek out to be content with such things as we have. All right. Yeah, man, the Lord is about to unleash His prophecies, because that's another part of the prophecies of the Lord's return, is the breaking down of this society's moral fiber, and ultimately their wisdom, and ultimately just the whole peace. Yeah, the Lord's gonna bring evil, which is bad times. All right. Right now, people are distracted with bread and circus so far. People still performing these hip hop shows and going to these arenas and performing in these athletic sports events. All right, and all of that stuff. As a matter of fact, let me go grab Isaiah 24 because that's all of that's going into that mirth. All right, but soon ain't gonna be no more mirth out here. Soon it's not gonna be any traffic lights give you greens and golds. It's not gonna be open traffic to where the people come out and just clean up and show the side of the road. I know that sometimes they shut down roads if something's so bad and people have to find a detour. It's gonna be like that everywhere. You're not even gonna be able to drive no car. All right. The Lord is not with this place. The Lord's gonna bring this place down. This is Isaiah chapter 24, verse 8. The mirth of tabrets ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoice endeth, the joy of the harp ceaseth, right? You know how people just want to play some music and have a good time, dance, and sing, and drink, and see colorful, uh, presentations and different things like that, colorful, good sounding presentations, and they want to be so allured and everything. Right? Everything has a drama to it. Everybody, wants to enjoy the mirth. All right, but it says right here, the mirth of tabrets ceaseth. That's going to be over with. All right, and you could feel that in a lot of these different major cities. One notable one, in my opinion, is New York. The spirit of that city is not really what it once was. Now it's like super expensive, man. Super expensive. Everything to have some mirth, everything is super expensive. So you can't even do it, man. All right, the regular average working man and woman can't actually do those things right now. All right, and that's just the beginning, but it's gonna affect everybody, even the well-to-do people. All right, because the Lord's gonna shut down all of them mirth. It said they shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. That's right. All right, because they're gonna be depressed, man. They're gonna be hungry. They're gonna be tired. All right, they ain't gonna want no goddamn drink. They're gonna want water. They're gonna want food. They're gonna want even the spiritual food, the good word. Because it says that they're gonna be running to and fro to seek the word of the Lord Yahweh and shall not find it. In the book of Amos 8 and 11, it talks about that there's gonna be a famine of the word. So it's gonna be a famine of regular bread and water, and it's gonna be a famine of spiritual bread and water. All right, both ways. All right. It said the city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. Right. Shut down everywhere. All right. Whether it be the buildings, different arenas, centers, houses being boarded up, things being just like going the C19 downtown areas was getting boarded up. They was putting I was in downtown Atlanta. They was putting boards on windows and everything because they I guess they didn't want people to loot this shit, loot things and stuff. So they were boarding businesses down. All right, it's gonna be the same thing. And this time you have people who try to protect their goods. They're gonna start boarding this shit up. All right, it's gonna be looking different. All right, and when you see things boarded up, like no windows and shit, they give you a whole different vibe. I was just talking about that last night because I was walking down 13th Street, and it was a little by the end of the block. It's like a little bit it get a little dark over there. You see abandoned cars um, with no license plate on them. You see houses with no lights in them, but some of them is boarded up. You see cats and different shit taking over that space. Yeah, man, it's gonna look like something out of a horror movie, man. And I was walking out there about 10 o'clock at night, and you just get this eerie feeling when you walk through different parts of the ghetto, and society is still intact. So how much more uh, when this thing fully breaks through, man? When these plagues fully break in through, you're gonna be shook out of your mind, all right? Especially these regular people. Hey, but through the Spirit, it says Isaiah 33:6, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and the strength of thy salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. So the wisdom, knowledge, understanding of the scriptures is going to keep us stable in a time when all of these things start to manifest themselves in front of us. All right, because it's not just going to be, uh, you know, people out here that's thirsty. Animals going to be hungry too. You're going to have different animals taking over the environment, invading into the environment. All right, and we're going to have to endure through these things all the way until the Lord returns, man. All right, we have to endure through Jacob's struggle, right? Because Scripture talks about how the devil shall come down with great wrath, knowing that he have but a short time. Revelation 12:12. We know about the implementation of the mark of the beast, all right, the micro chip, all right, which is going to be uh, made, going to be made a choice, but at the same time not made a choice, all right? Because if you want to continue to deal in this society, you have to undergo you have to get the MOTB, right? Which the members of the elect of Yahweh Shemashai will not be taking that, all right? But you will have a lot of mindless uh, peons taking that, all right? Because they worship the so-called white man, they worship this place. They want to be a part of this man's kingdom. So that's a part of prophecy, and they all going to be destroyed right along with this place. Trying to hold on to this place, you're going to be destroyed with it. All right. So I just wanted to put that out there through the Spirit. I pray the lesson was edifying. All praise, glory, and honor. How about Shemashai?